Everything's under control.
Well, of course, you're here.
You're not supposed to be here.
You look awfully young to be a police officer.
I'm 25 years old.
Does the force require you to work out?
No, ma'am. Because of my boyish good looks, muscle mass has increased my acceptance as a serious police officer.
Looks like we've got a serial killer on our hands.
Well, serial killer's not really accurate. Gotta knock off a couple more to get that title.
Well, we can hope, can't we?
If I may say so, Miss Weathers, you are much prettier in person. It's such a nice night out. Got a flashlight. You're not scared, are you?
Hey, I'm David Arquette, Dewey from the Scream movies, and you're not scared, are you? You're listening to the Death Curse Society.
Welcome back to another Monday Maniacs from Death Curse Society, ladies and gentlemen.
What the fuck is that?
Red Crank, that's Zigzag, and over there is the Colonel. What in the hell is that, Colonel?
Holy shit.
Hey, sorry, guys.
Hold on.
I've been going through some changes here.
No.
The Rogaine worked a little too well. Now I'm just fucking with you guys. I want to give a shout out to Bill and Gina from Bell's Fancy Creations for such an amazing fucking wreath here.
Good God.
Yes, this thing is fucking massive and amazing. The first thing the girls said when they saw it, they're like, "That's scary looking." I was like, "We got a fucking winner." Yeah, I mean, I wish I could show more detail on this, guys. Again, Bell's Fancy Creations, Bill and Gina, thank you so much.
Yeah, look them up on
Facebook. They do
Facebook.
this all the time, but seriously, check out their Instagram, go to their website.
Yep.
They have all kinds of awesome shit. So, Wolf Cop is in the house officially.
Seeing that, and then Wolf Cop. Oh God.
God damn it, Wolf Cop.
No. Yeah. You know, seeing that, and I actually put a challenge because they asked us, what would you like to see in a wreath? So I was like, well, you know, you couldn't make it easy. So I of course threw One Dark Night at him because who the fuck's going to come up with anything for that? But I also gave him City of the Living Dead, and I think he did say, yeah, I think it's going to be that one. We're finding some stuff for that. So I'm totally curious to see what they're going to do because that's going to be crazy.
Well, we saw what they did with the Warriors and BKs.
Yeah.
So that was amazing.
Is nuts, you know. I mean, fuck the Pinhead one.
Nothing but good work.
Yeah.
Nothing but good work. Like these, we see these at all the cons. And I'm not just saying this because Bill and Gina are our friends. They literally blow away all the other horror wreaths I see. Like,
no, I mean they've actually found a niche.
Latex mask, dude. Like this is high quality shit we're talking over here.
Yep.
They found something in this overpopulated, you know, a lot of the same items in these conventions. They've come up with something very unique and original. And I'm telling you, when you see these things in person, you just won't believe it.
Yeah, you can't help but buy one.
Yeah, you can't. They call to you.
Yeah. Guys, how's it going?
Pretty good, I guess. All right.
How was the did you guys? I assume you watched the game, but I know you guys weren't into the game.
You know, I can speak. I'll start just because it's little scabs, a little fresh still. It hurt a little bit, man. Just watching those two fucking asshole teams struggling last night and just going, and then our players tweeting in, going, "Yep, it'd be about 35-10 right now," you know. But then, of course, I'm thinking, yeah, but then it'd be 45-35 at the end of it. But anyways, it was tough. It was a good game. I dug it. I'm not surprised with the outcome. That's who I would have picked. Kansas City. I don't know if they covered or anything like that. It was, you know, it was overtime. So fuck it. You know, that's 4 points. I think it was a little more than 4, wasn't it? Probably the other way.
I don't remember.
Who cares? It's over.
Yep. Exactly. Thank God. Who gives
football season's over.
But you know, I mean, there was some craziness going on in this game, though, and we've you know, the Kansas City Chiefs are evil, man. Check this shit out.
Son of a bitch, you moved the cemetery, but you left the bodies, didn't you? You son of a bitch, you left the bodies and you only moved the headstones.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
There's the remake we all need.
Yeah.
No, actually, Colonel came up with a brilliant meme this morning. He's like, dude, I'm at work. You got to put this thing together. And I was like, I'm on it. Because I just went, that's fucking awesome. And we put the meme on our page today. And yeah, that's full Colonel on that, folks. You see it anywhere else?
We came up with it first, goddamn.
We got it first, damn it.
We normally do. It's just that there are bigger pages out there and that get more shares and shows. So
it is easy to get buried at the level we're on by some of these bigger ones. If they start running their mouths, and you can't hear anything else because they're just fucking loud.
Yep, that's how it works. But that's the game we chose to play, right, guys?
It's all right. We're catching up to them every single day. But it was a good outcome with the game. Fourth quarter squares. Zigzag hit a square 9-9. So we got that going for us at least.
That's good.
Yeah. Money is good.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You never do the squares?
Never.
Fuck, you're at a bar, Crank. I can't believe there's not like sheets of those things going around there in the weeks prior to the
they're there. I just don't do anything with them. No.
Yeah, they're fun.
I'm just going to say before we get started, I told the guys this last night. When healthy, there's only one quarterback in the NFL who can beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. Please stay healthy because, God damn it, that's the playoff matchup we want to see. We know Buffalo can't hang with them. We know Baltimore can't hang with them. But the Bengals can. God damn it. But that's okay because we're probably going to lose T. Higgins. Anyway. But we'll franchise tag him. Anyway, it doesn't matter. That's 7 months, 7 days, 10 hours, like 56 fucking minutes away for the next kickoff. So it doesn't matter.
Football's over, man.
Jesus, you already have a countdown?
Oh, it hurts. It sucks. I agree totally. I mean, the Michigan national title, the natty there, that takes, that helps a little bit. I mean, it wasn't a complete waste of a football season in Michigan, but I mean, the Lions one would have just been so sweet, man.
Yeah. Well,
that's what we want.
It's over now.
It's over
for this year.
No more BCS sports, folks.
Go Chiefs.
On to the draft where we draft a fat guy that will help us, keep that line good and make a hole for our devastating running backs to wreak havoc. Can't wait. You're all on notice.
As I told Colonel last night, the dynasty has begun.
No, it's coming to an end. They've reached dynasty status. They're going to come to. I told you, man, they're not going to be the same once Andy Reid retires or has a stroke. Whichever one happens first.
Or gets busted for
quarterback. You still got a great quarterback, but
gets busted for only moving the headstones.
That's right.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there could be the suspension involved.
Yeah.
For that. Whatever, man. We'll see what happens. I mean, everyone's gonna reload in the draft, and the free agency shit fucks everything up. So we got to wait and see now. It's all wait and see and speculation for the next 6 months, at least for the draft.
All right. Well, guys, before we get on to our topic at hand of the night, which I'm actually very interested to get into because we have not discussed this at all.
No.
At all.
It's too odd a movie to spill anything.
So But we got to take care of the business at hand first. We have to thank our members. Special thanks go out to our final girls and guys, Chris, Lorena, BD Mags, and Tyrone, our Crazy Ralphs, Rick and Raymond, and our camp counselors, 42nd Street Pete, Corey, Luke, Michigan Dave, Stacy Lynn, Orlando, Patricia, and JJ. Thank you guys for helping support the society. And if you want to become a member, you can go to our new and improved website at deathcursesociety.com. Go to the membership page and figure out how to, what area you want to join in. So.
Yep. Pretty
and
soon.
Of course,
new tier coming soon. We'll actually brew your coffee for you. It's that smart of a website. It's amazing. Yeah.
No false advertisement. Some asshole's going to actually sue us.
Yeah.
Well, if they're in Atlanta, maybe, I don't know.
I'm happy that there is, a functioning, like newly well-designed layout, for the website. So it took way too fucking long. And when I get involved in a project like that, it's like tunnel vision. So it's like nothing else is going on except for this. So anyway, it's done now, mostly. There's still some tweaks, but we'll talk about that later. Also, special thanks to our associate producer, C. Faze. Let's bring him in. Boom!
There he is.
Damn, look how well all this is fitting.
Yeah.
Fucking good.
Woo! What up, Faze?
Oh, not too much. How you guys doing?
Anybody else feeling compelled to sing the Brady Bunch theme? Here's the story.
No.
Of a man named Brady.
Don't get us kicked off.
You'd be surprised. I do know that theme pretty well. My dad watched it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good show. Yeah. Dated, but a good show.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I could sit down and really watch it these days.
They had AstroTurf for their backyard. Like,
yeah, but then they made those silly movies that were kind of still very tongue-in-cheek and funny. Somehow.
Oh, the 90s?
Yeah. The 90s movies, yeah. But
damn,
that was a different kind of show. Faze, you didn't have any horse in the Super Bowl, I don't think, right?
No, I didn't.
You didn't care?
No, nope. Cool. I delivered pizzas like I usually do, and we did a lot better than I thought we would, business-wise. So that was cool.
Yeah. And what are your thoughts on our topic of the evening, the movie Lisa Frankenstein?
I wanted to.
Yeah. Well, he didn't catch it, so that's what.
Another time.
Yeah, he didn't even catch it this week, guys. So yeah.
Do your assignment, please.
I think he got pissed off about that one a little bit. He's like, damn it, I actually had something to say there. I could see him in the background, like, what the fuck? Awesome. Well, yes, I see all the gang is in here. I think I saw Dr. Smiley. And
Dr. Smiley.
Yep, there's our buddy. There's our buddy Corey.
Hey,
don't know shit about football, but love me some DCS. Rock on, brothers.
Thank you, Corey.
We're past the football already. It's all right.
Oh yeah, we're done with football for the next 6 months, hopefully.
Nope, 7 months.
Well, no. The draft. We'll have to address the draft a little bit in April.
No, we won't.
But
we won't.
We'll see. Depends who we get.
There's Dr. Smiley. The doctor is in.
Doctor is in. We'll be seeing the doctor this year.
Yes. Late September.
Yes, we will. Yeah. So let's chat about that for a minute because I saw Jeff in here too. I think. Man, all the comments are already bleeding over.
They're piling up, man.
I'm losing them. There we go.
There's shit to say.
There's Jeffrey. Says, "What's up, y'all?"
Oh, Jeff.
Jeff and his lovely wife, Jeff and Beth. Just announced that. I know she's gonna hate that I'm starting to say that already, but they just announced last week that in Albuquerque, the Morgan Crypt Horror Fest is coming back for its second year in late September 27th through the 29th, I believe.
The fucking sequel. Nobody survives this time, man. It's going to be crazy.
It's going to be a good show. It's going to be at the Isleta Casino and Resort, which Uh-oh. That could be bad news for any cash.
Well,
the bad news for you two.
Hopefully they have
a phase. Well, in phase is iffy. I'm good. I don't fucking gamble. So
see, I don't know. I got to reserve my opinion because some of these janky casinos don't have a poker room. Like that one in Oklahoma didn't have a poker room, and we went to one in we drove somewhere. Which one is that? Oklahoma, Crank? We drove to that casino that time. Me and you, and we went in there just for like about an hour and just played some slots because they didn't have fucking poker, even though the side of the building said poker.
No, that was up in was that Connecticut? No, it wasn't Connecticut, but it was one of, I thought it was one of those.
I don't remember.
I know we had the poker room in Texas.
That one was good. That was
one was good.
Yeah, that was a whole fucking business on poker. It was wonderful.
Was it Kansas? It was Kansas City.
That was Kansas. Yeah.
Yep. It was Kansas City.
Yep. It's like a park.
Kansas City's lame all the way around, huh?
Lame.
I'm not going there, but
well, they got it on the side of their fucking building. That's what pissed me off. They go, "Oh, we got household them," where that's it's just like might as well just hand them your money and go, "I'm good, thanks."
Yeah, it was video poker, I think, is what they ended up having. But yeah, no,
very disappointing.
So
we'll see what happens with this one in New Mexico. I'm optimistic.
Well, I'm ready. I'm ready to get back, and especially I'll be honest, especially in September, because I think September will be a nice, like slightly cooler, like weather,
right?
Than mid or early July.
That was fucking hot, dude. That was the craziest thing. It was 3:30 in the fucking morning. We go outside, it's 105 degrees still at 3:30 in the morning, dude. It's like, how?
So I should leave the chastity belt at home?
Colonel, you are going to be a chapped bitch when you get up there, man.
Well, of course, man. I got to protect my fucking butthole.
Yeah. You'll be sweating a little.
I'm puckered up now, man. I mean, worse.
There we go. Jeff says it should be around mid 70s.
All right, I can live with that, man.
Perfecto. Right
35
there.
degrees cheaper sounds, little cooler sounds cooler. Sounds
perfecto.
Better.
And we are going to try some. We are going to try some different green chili meals, but
sure,
that's what I'm looking for.
I want to go to that place. They got the giant slice. They're still on they pop up in my feed because I followed them. I figured we'd go in there for sure, and we never got over there.
Yeah, I think it was on the other side of town or something.
Yeah.
So, and we were kind of constrained, at least during the con, to that one area.
Well, hey, we were focused on delivering and making that experience for everybody attending the best possible horror experience we possibly could.
Exactly. Yeah. But we got to stick around an extra day this time though, so we can check out some other spots.
We have to.
Like that pizza.
Yeah.
I'd still like to hit that Meow Wolf place that was in Santa Fe.
Some Breaking Bad locations, A
couple Breaking Bad locations that we didn't get to with Phase.
Yeah. The Red Light District.
No, but the downtown Old Town walk, I would like to go. Maybe not the walk, but I would like to go visit Old Town.
Yeah, we never even got over there.
Nope. We had to take you guys to the airport shortly after the tram accident. The disaster at the tram.
Oh, God. Yeah. I was just thinking about that shit today. I was like, God damn it. How dumb are we?
But yeah, guys, tonight we're going to talk about the movie that is now in theaters. It came out on Friday. It is the new film from writer Diablo Cody and the, I believe, feature debut from Zelda Williams.
Yeah.
Lisa Frankenstein.
Daughter of Robin Williams.
I was going to say, I'm going to blow your mind later, but that's the daughter of Robin Williams.
Which, yeah, it's definitely see what she can do with this.
Yeah. All right. So I want to start just simple because this was something that I think helped me. Before you went into this movie, what did you know about it? What were your expectations? Colonel, you've been the one that was kind of like somewhat excited about this one. So I'll start with you on it.
I was kind of excited about it. Expectations, I wouldn't say they were low. I try to keep them even keeled. Like, just based on the trailer, it's like I like the idea of the story. Yeah, I like that it's a period piece in multiple ways, actually.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like, the lighting was on point. Like, based on the trailers, you had your purples, your blues, your greens, your reds. It looked like it had the chance to actually be kind of funny. So, like I said, that's why I was kind of looking forward to it. It's this time of year, especially after Night Swim. I just want something that's purposely funny.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Not something that's just complete and utter shit. So that's why I was kind of looking forward to it.
Yeah. No shaved Cookie Monster. For fuck's sake.
No.
By the way, we will get into spoilers, but we will announce it when we get there.
Yes.
So if you haven't seen it,
yeah, that's why I was very fucking vague.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it yet, don't worry. We'll let you know before we get too much into the details that you might not want to know. All right, Ziggy, same question. What did you know about this before you went in?
Not much. And I read the synopsis of it, and I went, okay, that's all I need. I didn't expect much going in. I took my son with me, my 11-year-old, because it's PG-13. I mean, there's a couple of things in there I was kind of like, oh shit.
Dude, there's a couple of things where I was like, I'm glad I didn't bring the oldest with me.
He was laughing in the right place, though. That's what was freaking me out. I was like, what the fuck?
How do you know about
laughing at
this?
that? Yeah. What do you know about that? What? So yeah. I mean, that was troubling. But I mean, I didn't think much about it going in, but I found this original. Because I don't want to say anything either, but I found this very original.
Well, see, I found myself describing this movie because I'll tell people in my regular daily life or whatever, I got to go see a movie this weekend, blah 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 blah. And I found myself describing this movie incorrectly, thinking that Lisa was maybe in love with a classmate, and then that classmate died, and then was resurrected. But that's not the case at all.
No.
And
the title is very misleading.
Well, I get it though.
Yeah,
I get it.
Right.
Now, instead of that, so I don't, and I think I had seen one trailer, but I kind of blanked on it. Or just forgot it. This one though was different because it wasn't a classmate. It was just this old abandoned cemetery that she would go to and visit and do the wax rubbings of the cool gravestones and stuff there. And there was a statue attached to a headstone that she became infatuated with, which I thought was a interesting but weird twist. But who was that guy? I mean, he's never named. Was he rich? Why did he have such a kick-ass headstone? That was like my first question.
Dude. Well, because he had fucking money.
Yeah, that whole. I mean, this is where you'd say a dark horror comedy. I would say this is a dark horror comedy love story kind of whole thing. But yeah, I mean, this is a broken heart inspired, and it takes I don't know how centuries apparently, but to happen, but it happens. I mean, it's
right.
This is silly. It's very silly. So it's supposed to be though by design.
Okay. Well, all right, and I want to ask about your son too on this, but initial thoughts leaving the theater. Start with Ziggy.
All right, I'll say what I asked him because I was going to record him, but then he actually pissed me off because he didn't do his homework. So I just kind of took him home without doing that. That's kind of like a reward. He wanted to do it, so yeah. But he said he liked it. He was impressed. He thought it was funny, and again, there's some jokes in there that I was like, "Fuck." He knows what that means. Why?
Couple of female-centric jokes.
Yes. I mean, there's some masturbation and there's some menstruation jokes kind of in there. So
how would an 11-year-old boy would know about this in these times?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. With everything they see on the videos, he's probably been hip for a couple of years already. I'm just in denial, but
Man, now you know why he has such crusty socks all the time.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't think it's that far yet, but man, I'm not looking forward to those days, you know?
Now you know why he's a Red Wings fan.
Yeah, right.
It has nothing to do with the hockey team.
All right.
There we go.
That's enough, man. Asshole. All right, we need to stop making little Ziggy sound like he's a fucking perv.
I know, man. He's on the predator list already, and he knows nothing. I myself walked out of this going, this one's going to satisfy the people screaming for an original type movie. Even though some of the tropes and some of the things they do you've seen before, the way they mix this recipe together is very effective and interesting.
Okay.
And so I kind of dug it. You know, I mean, it's not, I don't think it's going to end up number one on my list at the end of this year, but it's certainly better than fucking Night Swim.
Are those the only two you've seen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the theater, yes.
In the theater.
Yeah.
In the theater, yes. Sure.
Okay, I've seen 3 films that came out this year.
What was the other
Night Swim, at least Frankenstein. That one on Shudder I told you not to watch. Can't Destroy All Neighbors.
Oh.
Yeah. That I watched anyway. Yeah.
Should I watch it?
Probably not.
No. Well, the whole damn enchilada pod says, I didn't see it yet, was going to take my daughter, but then I heard all kinds of bad reviews, so I'm kind of looking forward to you guys trashing it.
Well, I don't
I'm
know.
going to shit all over this fucking movie.
You might be about half happy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Colonel, what about you? Initial thoughts walking out?
Walking out, it just, oh my God, this fucking movie's so bad. I'm just fucking, no, dude, I enjoyed it. The humor hit when it was supposed to hit. Like, a lot of the jokes, I just chuckled. Like, There was a couple of them where it was pretty goddamn funny, perfectly timed.
Yeah, dude.
The soundtrack was fucking killer.
The soundtrack
The soundtrack is fucking great, dude.
Really?
Well, it's just, it's funny because a lot of this shit, I think, was written for, you know, as for the soundtrack. You know, I didn't really recognize a whole bunch of tunes aside from the cover that they do.
Dude, you're telling me you were listening to these songs in 1989. I highly doubt Hair to His Ass Zigzag was listening to this.
I was very in tune to all the shit, the top 40. I was listening to everything, man. I was heading for a radio career at that point. So in 89,
but,
you know.
I mean, you had the Pixies in there. You had a mention of The Cure.
Right.
You know.
But I mean, I was going over the soundtrack and going, fuck, you know, well, maybe Colonel's got a point. But I mean, there's a specific song in there that comes out of the 80s, you know, that they use as part of the story. And it's, you know, I chuckled at that. I found that to be very funny. Just the way he kind of revealed what he does, you know. And yeah. And yeah, but I agree that the soundtrack is good. This feels like a fucking 80s kind of movie like that, you know? I mean, late 80s. So
well, okay. Well, let me get back to this before any more comes out. Since
I'm just
shocked. I got hijacked again.
I'm just shocked that you guys enjoyed the soundtrack, honestly.
No, the soundtrack fit the movie fucking perfectly.
Oh, fuck. We heard this soundtrack again driving with Crank all over the country. If you're in his car, you will hear this soundtrack.
You most definitely will.
Yeah.
But no, like I said, the lighting effects were good for what they had to be. Original, that's debatable. It is original, but man, there were influences from tons of movies, and I really appreciated the throwbacks to the obvious fucking movie they're going to throw back to quite a bit. I mean, the name's in the fucking title.
Yeah.
So you got plenty of references to Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein, and hell, she had all the Universal Monster posters up in her fucking room. So I thought that was all right. I relate to this fucking chick. Like, I really related to her when she's sitting on the fucking couch watching movies, and it's Day of the Fucking Dead.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, she's cool. Like I said, it is definitely geared towards a female audience. And I've seen a lot of glowing reviews from females who have seen this movie. But as a middle-aged guy, I dug it, man. I thought it wasn't bad.
Like I said, the jokes are just I don't want to say dirty enough, but they're blue enough that dudes are going to be like, oh, you know, I mean, you can't help it. It's just that's that kind of joke. It's that kind of humor, man.
All right. I found myself laughing in the theater a good chunk of the movie. Some of that laughter, though, I will admit, was because at first I thought that particular joke was stupid. The damn it, Janet throwaway line. I just thought that was. I thought that one was kind of cheap. I'll be honest.
That was the cheapest one, but I mean, there were some fucking gems in there too, dude.
But there are some fucking gems. And as I was walking home, I began to change my mind a little bit about the humor in the film and the writing of it. The cheesiness of the dialogue and the blatant 80s references were important. They were forced at times, but I also love the soundtrack. And you mentioned that this being kind of a throwback, not necessarily an original idea, and comparing it to Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein, things like that. I'll meet you a little more contemporary. This is Warm Bodies meets Heathers.
Exactly that. And then I'll since you guys are stealing all my thunder, I'm jumping the fuck in here. Hellraiser as well, and fucking Beetlejuice. I mean, there's a ton of shit going on here, man, of influence. That's great.
If Diablo Cody had actually written this in the 80s, Winona Ryder would have started.
Oh yeah.
Easy.
Now, to be fair, if you remember, go back when we did our highlight reviews for the year, I did say this movie had a Heathers feel to it. So thank you, Crank, for confirming.
100%.
This movie absolutely has a Heathers feel.
You guys understand, if you've seen Heathers, you see how that's that strange kind of straight humor in that, if you know what I'm saying. 100% applied here, the same style of humor in this film, that. 100%. Right. Perfect.
I will say this, though. I thought Warm Bodies and Heathers both did this movie better, but this was pretty close to the right mood for the current times.
Yeah, I think this one took a couple of more chances than, well, Heathers was, you know what I mean?
Well, Heathers,
different time, man.
Heathers was more Shakespearean.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a little cerebral here, but this one is an absurdist comedy with a strong influence of Moliere's farcical style, and that's where I see this film kind of sitting. But to aim something like this at a young audience, you know, a modern day audience, they're not going to appreciate that.
No.
And another way I kind of want to describe it is a dark teen comedy for women in their 40s. I know that sounds weird, but
no, it doesn't, because I expected to not connect to this film at all at 52, and I was into it more than, you know, I thought I'd be, way more than I thought I'd be, just because of what it was doing. And,
I enjoyed this.
Yeah.
I mean, it halfway through it, I was just like, come on, this is ridiculous. And then about that point, I was just like, I captured on to the ridiculous nature and rode it for the rest of the way.
Well, I
enjoyed the hell out of it.
I mean, again, we're avoiding spoiler alerts right here, but you knew it was going to be ridiculous once you saw like the reasoning for because not the creation, but for the upgrades.
I was just gonna say that.
That's how you knew it was gonna be fucking.
That was about the point where I was just like, okay, I'm in. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but I mean, this is also when the Hellraiser elements kicked in too. I thought
we're gonna have to talk about the Hellraiser elements when we get to the spoiler points, but
I'm shocked that you guys haven't picked up on that.
I may have, but I may have been equating them to something else. So
yeah.
Can we talk about one of my least favorite movie tropes for a minute? Because one thing I want to be. Hold on. Let me see this.
Oh shit.
Tarek says Heathers is a masterpiece of uncomfortable humor. That's cool. By the way, FaZe, you need to watch Heathers if you didn't last night.
Yeah.
Nope, he didn't. And yeah, because he mentioned last night that he hadn't seen it. Christopher says Crank is probably dead on about the 40-year-old audience getting it. Yes.
Yeah,
Bro, I'm telling you, man.
I'm not gonna argue with him.
I'm telling you. I mean, as an older dude,
I would say probably 30 and above is who this movie's really going to strike a chord with, for sure.
Right.
yeah, because I honestly I expected this to be in Stranger Things realm. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff, Fear Street realm, and it's none of that.
So Fear Street?
Fear Street, yeah. No?
Don't get me started. Don't get me started, guys. All right. Least favorite movie trope, though. I'm really getting tired, and it's overdone, but I'm really getting tired of the ugly duckling storyline. Mostly because they don't do it right. You can't convince me that a Kathryn Newton suffers as Lisa for being an outcast based just on her looks when they mess up her hair a little bit and like her face is pale and she dresses kind of bland. You know, any high school guy or girl even is still going to be all over that. She's not an ugly duckling. It doesn't work.
One was. So
it doesn't work though.
But you kind of had the reverse going on with the dude. You know, I mean, there was a yin yang thing going on there with while she was. Well, I guess they were both improving, but
no, you're just saying that I didn't consider that until now. There was like the yin and yang thing. She was getting darker while he was getting lighter, even like just dressed. Yeah. So yeah.
But they tried this. The same writer tried this with Jennifer's Body 15 years ago. Because you can't tell me that Amanda Seyfried is an ugly duckling, especially if you just pull her hair back and put glasses on her. That's not the way it works.
No, but the ugly duckling things have been on for down a fucking time, man.
I know, but actually use somebody. If you would use somebody that was literally a slightly more homely, rather than pick some of the beautiful actresses out there and just tease their hair out wrong. It might work better.
I just think
disagree.
Time on your hands. I don't disagree. I just don't see why you're so worked up about it.
Where the ugly duckling trope is. I clearly it's if you want to vent, dude, and get it off your chest, let's do this. I mean, I don't. I just think it's exactly that. It's something that's been around for 100 and years.
But name me another ugly duckling movie.
Okay.
There's plenty of them out there.
Heathers. No. Okay. Some Kind of Wonderful.
Okay. Yeah. Elizabeth Shue.
Let's see here.
But you're right. Yeah. I mean, like you're right. Hollywood has never cast an ugly person to play the ugly duckling. I get your point. I'm just saying it's just always been done. Like I just never given it.
People like that shit. You know what I mean?
There we go. 10 Things I Hate About You. Julia Stiles. Isn't that who that was in that one?
Yeah, but I don't find her pretty at all though. Again,
she was the it girl in the 90s.
Oh fuck, The Breakfast Club, for fuck's sake. Ali Sheedy.
Molly fucking Ringwald.
Man, they ruined fucking Ali Sheedy in The Breakfast Club. Don't even get me started. She was perfect the way she fucking was.
Well, that's what they were going for, the stupid.
I know what they were going for, and they did it wrong. That's where I turn into Crank. Like that's some bullshit. Ali Sheedy with the dandruff was way better than her being all dolled up. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, yeah. Hey man, it was a good effect.
That was probably the better one, though. A better example of any of them. Thank you, John Hughes, for kind of keeping it real.
I mean, you know what? Pretty in Pink. Do we not keep going down the John Hughes fucking rabbit hole and shit? That's every movie he made has that line in it.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Lorena says, I have failed as a mother. You're grounded until you watch Heathers.
Yeah, I don't think that one, FaZe. That one's a trip, dude. It gets kind of dark.
Oh, it's hysterical.
In the best way.
Christopher says, it's more about class politics like My Fair Lady. Okay. There you go. Again, though.
You ever seen My Fair Lady, Colonel?
Audrey Hepburn, right?
Yes.
one of the most beautiful Hollywood actresses of all time. So, and there we go. Tarek says, agreed with Crank. The ugly duckling trope always happens with a Hollywood level attractive actor who still looks good.
Yeah, they slap some glasses on her, they flatten her hair, and put something on where you can't see her tits, and that's how they've done this for the whole time.
But that's bullshit, and that's why I've always hated that trope.
Why does it work? Because everyone's just simple?
Because maybe the common movie-going audience.
Yeah, that's
yes. They are. I'll say it. Yes, they are simple.
It's easily placated, and it's a quick payoff, and it's cheap, and it always works.
Yes, but I'll say it. Put me on the record. I don't give a fuck. Yes, the common movie-going audience is very simple.
I have to agree, because those are kind of my people.
Yeah.
I'm
kind of the my
people.
Yeah, I'm the anomaly
guy, man. I ain't sitting down fucking on the first baseline like Crank.
I'm not trying to be elite here. It's just like
gatekeeper.
Fuck you. Fuck you. But
are you saying the ugly duckling trope is overrated?
I'm gonna end this fucking stream early if you guys keep this shit up.
I don't have that one drop. Boo this man. Boo.
All right, fine. Okay,
no, I'm just having fun.
I mean, they're valid points, and you're not wrong.
Yes, this is, it's like
I said, me personally, I just never really. I guess I'm simple. I just never really cared enough about this.
It's lazy storytelling to use a model actress like that, and then
they're hitting me in the face from every direction now. Clueless, that's another one they did. With
that's not necessarily an ugly duckling.
They took that chick from the Bronx and
that one girl. Okay,
the dead one.
Yeah. Well, no, I just think really it's just them being cheap on the fucking makeup budget. Because I mean, yeah, it would be nice if they hired somebody that wasn't as attractive and just dolled them up with a shit ton of makeup. But I don't watch a lot of fucking ugly duckling movies. I don't really care.
I don't think. Well,
I never realized I watched a lot of them.
It is a prominent thread in this movie. I now that I think about it, it's absolutely because she's you don't mind if I'm borrowing her sister's clothes and everything, and she's hot as fuck. And when she starts, looking the part and everything, and putting the makeup on right, and not just dark smudges like raccoons over her eyes and stuff. I mean, yeah, she's smoking hot.
All right.
I don't know. I feel like Crank's so unsatisfied, but I don't really know what to say.
No, it doesn't matter. I just loathe that trope. I'll just leave it at that.
I feel so unsatisfied.
It's overdone. I'll say that.
Like not when a young man comes in for a quickie.
Not overrated, just overdone. Lorena says, Pretty in Pink originally ended with Andy and Ducky together. Major fail with test audiences.
Nobody wanted that. They wanted her with the poster boy ending. They wanted the grease fly off in the car together. What the fuck, man? Everybody wants that happy ass ending. I get it. They're just giving them what they want, Crank. They're giving them what they want.
All right. Well, how did you feel about the themes of the film? The overall themes. I guess we do probably need to throw a minor spoiler alert on this one because I am going to mention part of the beginning. But the film starts with Lisa getting dosed at a party and experiencing some light sexual assault. And I'm not minimizing sexual assault by calling it light, but what does happen is such a PG version of a serious issue that it felt less critical to the story. But this is what inspires Lisa's revenge plot later in the film. So, Colonel, I'll start with you. What'd you feel about the themes of this one?
We're just focusing on the sexual assault because
that one at first, and if you want to throw in the other ones, go for it.
We'll see how everything goes because I'm not. I'll start with the easy one. I'll take the low hanging fruit. Again, like you said, it did feel like they kind of made light of it. Like even while I'm watching the movie, I'm like, "Oh, you little motherfucker!"
Right.
But like you said, they kind of just brush it off until later in the film. But it's like they should have made it a little more impactful because it doesn't help that she, spoiler alert, hey, sexual assault's bad. We all agree. Like I said, it pissed me off watching it. But then she goes home and fucking has a wet dream about imagining what that fucking statue could do to her. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, how does that thing with us, like, you guys just kind of threw that off. Like, this shouldn't have been like more of like a little throwaway titty grab. And I'm with you on that one. That theme was mishandled very badly.
Well,
badly. I mean, go ahead, Zach. I see you thinking. Jump in on this.
I like where it went later.
Yeah, I mean, it was only there to set up that later scene. That's it. I mean, I understand it.
To you guys that she got sexually assaulted and was aware she got sexually assaulted, even though she was drugged up.
Mm-hmm.
But still want to fucking flick the bean. You know what I mean? Like, it's like that doesn't
mixed signals. Is that...
Yeah, like maybe I don't know.
Maybe that's the wrong term.
Strange that all happened within like an hour from.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
And I was more shook on what the fuck? Who's got PCP at a fucking party like that? I rolled with some heavies. You know what I mean? I knew everything going on around in my day, but in that time, I was a senior back then, and there was no PCP around. I mean, you could get it. You could probably have someone go find it down in the ghetto somewhere. But I mean, there was coke and occasionally some heroin around, but not for me.
I was just about to say, this wasn't the Detroit ghetto. This was a nice neighborhood, so they had.
Well, I mean, I wasn't near the Detroit ghetto then either, I mean, but I was a little shook that they were like, oh yeah, it's dosed with PCP, and I'm all like, what? I mean, and then just how she was acting, you know what I mean? That didn't seem right. But taking that in account to the story, I can understand if she's out of her mind and flipping the bean a little bit over being out of her mind on drugs like that. So it worked for me. It didn't take me out of it, It
was more of a drug fueled.
Yeah, she was just
still. You know what I mean? Though it's like
she had an intense dream under the influence of the drugs. I can see it going that way, and even on the heels of a assault like that.
All right.
Which is, everybody I know would be in jail if that was, it's crazy. I mean, not that we were out there grabbing boobs and shit like that, but I mean, there was a whole lot of things. If anybody got mad at you and wanted to change the story a little bit, things could have gone bad for a lot of people in those days.
Colonel, what about you? What was another theme you wanted to discuss?
No, like I said, you guys go. I'm taking a little hanging fruit. You throw me some themes, Mr. Shakespeare.
You seem like you wanted to bring something up.
No, you're fine. The theme was, like you said, the ugly duckling thing. Again, no sexual assault. The theme of the evil stepmother. I guess we'll go with that. That is one of the few parts of this film that just really didn't do much for me.
I love that actress, so I dug her.
I like her too, but I thought I was with Crank. Crank's like, hope they don't misuse her. I think they kind of did.
Carla Gugino. I'm gonna fuck her name up. Gugino or something like that.
Gugino.
Huh? What?
Gugino.
What is it?
Gugino.
Okay, yeah. See, I knew it was. I could see the letters, but I go, this isn't how you say it.
I have no idea how to say it.
I knew her from Entourage back when that was on HBO, and she was one of Ari's, competitors.
Of course, that's where you know her from.
Dude, she's got some
son-in-law
fantastic scenes in that hot tub and stuff. So, but I've always dug her because she gets really fired up and angry, and she's fiery, man. So, her playing the Karen-y type fucking uppity bitch is beautiful in this. I thought she's great.
I disagree. I thought they wasted her acting chops. She was too cookie cutter stereotypical evil stepmother for me.
But-
If that makes sense.
But
Full
the
agenda,
way
though.
I want to get to the character part later.
All right.
So let's hold on to that. But yeah, what about again, spoiler alert, folks, but this is something early. What about the home invasion storyline for Lisa and the mom?
Totally.
What was that? Was that just a story-driven thing that had to be shoehorned in?
Fucking throwaway. They just had to put it in there just to give a reason for her to be where she is with her dad. That's it. Because I totally thought they were going to revisit that at some point, just by chance, based on how things were going.
Well, I was wondering, is that the only reason or one of the main reasons why the kids at her school think she's the weird kid? Because of that?
Well,
only because her sister started telling the story.
Well, see, that's the part of it. Like, they spoiler, they established the mom was murdered. Dad remarries. It's been like a year later, blah, blah, blah.
There's nothing. You see.
Which, again, if you think about it, maybe the evil stepmom killed the fucking mother because a year is pretty fucking quick.
Not in the 80s, it wasn't.
Sure. Well, not now either. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They were probably fucking before. That's probably why the dad wasn't home. But anyway, I just felt that scene was like a kid. The story's been embellished. Oh, well, did you hear what happened to her mom? Oh, this happened. And that. Like, they established that there was a break-in and the mom got murdered. The whole masked killer bullshit, I think that's just telling it from the point of view of kids telling the story to other kids and everything like that. So, yes, it was kind of a throwaway. A cheap way to explain.
Right. They just kind of, just to catch you up. Just to catch you up.
Yeah.
All right.
But, yeah, fuck it.
It's all it is. It's disappointing. They could have did something with it. There could have been some nice axe wax in there if you want to really make this a horror movie. I digress.
Now, I mean, it seemed incomplete because, I mean, they could have tied that to Lisa's evolution later in some way, and maybe that's what they were trying to do.
Well, they kind of did.
Potentially.
They kind of did, just a little bit.
But not enough.
No, I agree.
I think they missed with that, connecting that to that. What do you mean, Colonel? Tell me why, so I can maybe get on with you here.
Let's just say, okay, because they mentioned she didn't talk for a fucking year after her mom died.
Not quite that long, but
well, you know what I mean. We're just a year. We're just saying a year. That's the fucking time frame we were given. So didn't say much. If she did talk, it wasn't much. Fucking, zombie boy breaks in the fucking house. He says there's another break-in. Oh, I scared him off. This and that. This and that. That's when. So I think if this happened, why are you acting like this? Why are you, So they do kind of use it to explain it and like where that switch is. Because let's be honest, if there was another legit break-in, you think, she would have been fucking terrified.
Right. Yeah.
All right. That's yeah.
Okay. Got a couple of comments we need to do. First off, BK wants us to stop saying flick the bean. This is a family show.
This is not a family show.
And then Bill says, how about playing the finger banjo? Is that better?
Yep.
Grizzly throws out, is Lunch the Munchkin better? Putting on the O-face?
She bop.
Grizzly says, punch the munchkin, I guess is what he was meaning to say. A lunch or punch, either way, actually kind of works, in some ways. And then Tarek says, that is a trope I'm sick of, the evil step-parent. We get it. We're all evil until proven tolerable.
Yeah, but she like I said, she has an agenda, I mean, she's very, very, very trope. Absolutely a carbon copy of every other evil mother you've seen, but it is significant. She wants her out of this. She let her into the house, even though like she's kind of the one that's kind of stepped into the family, and brought her daughter. So
I've seen the same trope in Problem Child too, dude. That's what I'm saying. I'm tired of it, and they could have used worst actress for that fucking role, dude. Like, they wasted her talents.
I was just happy to see her again. I haven't seen her in a while, you know?
Really?
Yeah. I haven't really been following what she's been doing. So
she's been in.
She's on some fucking drippy, fucking slow, sleepy show you're watching. I don't know about it, man. I'm just talking about movies that are going across our docket here. I haven't seen her in a movie in a while.
Yeah, because she's been. Never mind.
Yeah.
Since we were talking about actors and everything, let's go, because I thought everybody was pretty fantastic for the material they were given and what they were likely told by the director to do with said material. Since we're talking about her, Carla Gugino, I think she's outstanding as Janet, the narcissistic, domineering nurse stepmother, especially after seeing her in so many serious roles. Like the Flaniverse, it's nice to get to see her in something that finally highlights some of her comic chops on screen. But Colonel, you disagree. You think they misused her.
I think she's above this. To be honest with you, I really do. I see, like, I can see where she's like, oh, this sounds like fun. I can do this. I think too highly of her to see her in this type of fucking role, in such a stereotypical fucking role. Yeah, nurse, exercise, drinking her martinis, cleaning the fucking house, eating her cottage cheese and fucking peaches. Like, it just, she's above that. God damn it!
I disagree entirely. I think
go fuck yourself. I
love it. I love it that someone is willing to step down to a kind of a petty role like that, just to have fun with it. And she for what it needed to be, she's great.
I could have played that role fucking great.
But I mean, she did it though. She still did it. She came down and did it, and that's exactly what they wanted. Maybe she did come out and was over the top with it and brought that fire out from Entourage or the Flanagan fucking series, and fucking they said, you know what, reel it in a little bit, bring it back in some. And
see, I think there was a whole lot of like overacting in this.
the Heather's thing.
Right.
That's what this is. And,
yeah.
And for that, she's perfect.
All right. Well, okay. Let's get to Lisa then. Kathryn Newton. Ziggy, I'll start with you on Kathryn Newton. What'd you think of her acting?
She's fine. She's great. I
completely disagree.
I
completely
disagree. At least you finish your thought, at least. But I mean, I think she's good in this. I was there for the fucking ride. I wanted to ride along with her and see where she was going to go with this, how fucking nuts she was going to get, you know? So, yes, I enjoyed her performance. Colonel.
I completely disagree here. Right? No, I wouldn't say she did a fine job. I thought she did a great job. Yeah. I mean, she carried a lot of the fucking film. Just her little quirkiness from the beginning to her as she's getting darker. Just the facial changes, the faces she made. Like, her character completely fucking changed. And it takes a decent actress, and it's kind of nice that I don't know who the fuck she is, where I could be like, you're too good for this fucking role. But
she was the lead in Freaky.
Yeah, see, I seen fucking Freaky, dude. So that's what
I'm saying.
I didn't see Freaky.
You didn't?
No, that sounds stupid. Sounded stupid. I've seen that trope a million times too. But we're not talking about Freaky. We're talking about Lisa Frankenstein. She did a really good fucking job. She was the best one in the movie, in my opinion. Was she over the top? Yes. Was she supposed to be over the top? Yes. But is she whatever her face is? No, she could play over the top. I don't hold her in such higher fucking regards. Okay.
I think everybody was, asked for that kind of strange, silly, slightly over the top thing.
Mm-hmm. I agree, but she nailed it perfectly for
except for the dad. The dad was the only one that was, and he's done this exact role in like 2 other movies. And I can't think what they are right now, but I've seen that guy do this exact role. Just like the guy sitting in the corner reading the newspaper.
Yeah, he's Matthew Broderick's dad in War Games,
munching on a bagel, not paying any fucking attention.
Yep. Yeah, just thinking he's saying the right thing, and
I thought Kathryn Newton's intentional overacting fits so well with the satirical and farcical nature of this storytelling. you almost overlook it because you overlook the grandioseness of her performance because it's so ridiculous, and it helps. I was laughing pretty much all the time she was on screen.
This movie has my new favorite fucking line for the next couple of whatevers, you know. I ain't gonna say it yet because I don't want to spoil it. It's that fucking funny though.
All righty. How about the creature himself, Cole Sprouse? Ziggy.
Jesus, he looks the best right there in that picture than he does actually on the screen in the movie, and it's, you know, he's a zombie, right? So he's supposed to be.
He's just a resurrected corpse.
A resurrected corpse.
Still a zombie.
That's like 100 years old. And that's one of the jokes too. I mean, just the hygiene of a zombie. I mean, this comes up a few times, and it's some of the shit is that's it, dude. That's the one when she drops that one line. We can't say it. You know, it's worth seeing. I mean, almost worth the price of admission just to hear her at this one particular scene whenever the zombie cries. It's very funny.
All right.
But I think he was fine. And as the movie goes on, he gets less and less zombie. He's more, you know, looks more human, lightens up, as Colonel said. He gets more fleshy, and again, this is where this is the Hellraiser shit I'm talking about. You know, she's kind of out there helping him acquire parts. You know what I mean? And then coming back, and he's getting more and more normal as he acquires these new parts and everything. So yeah, that's where I connected Hellraiser. So loosely, but I think he looks good. I mean, I would have loved to see it like, you know, Nathaniel from Father's Day and Creepshow, something like that. You know, I mean, and I guess kind of at the when he's caked in mud and stuff, he's a little scarier, but you know. It's not meant to be. This isn't meant to be gross you out like that.
It's not. It's not meant to be a scary movie.
Right.
No.
All right, Colonel, what did you think of his performance?
Completely disagree. No. Before I get on his performance, I know there are movies. I'm always just amazed at how little people decompose, regardless. It's like it takes, if you're like embalmed, it takes 11 years for you to completely decompose. Like this dude should have been fucking bones. But anyway,
dust.
Yeah, it does. No, well, yeah. Again, it doesn't matter. We're talking about a movie where the fucking guy comes back to life. It don't matter. No, I thought he did a great job too, because like I said, he was literally the fucking co-star. It's like, okay, make faces. That was his job. Make fucking faces and point at shit.
And occasionally,
And he did a great fucking job. Like, it was believable. It's not like, you know, it does take talent to be able to act with just your face. And this guy did a hell of a fucking job. Is it the best one I've ever seen? No, that goes to fucking Weekend at Bernie's, Terry Kaiser. But this dude did a really good fucking job.
Shout out to Terry Kaiser. Yeah, I'll get on that. I'll get on board with that.
But like I said, he was a believable reanimated corpse.
I thought his performance was wonderful, and nearly silent the whole movie.
Yeah.
You don't, like you mentioned, you don't get that very often, and a lot of times if you do get it, it's not done well. There was a movie last year called No One Will Save You, where the lead actress doesn't say a word pretty much the entire movie. That alien invasion flick. I think it's on Hulu. I loved it because of that gimmick. You know, and I don't normally like gimmick movies, but I really dug that one. And I'll give credit to Cole because some of the scenes with him and Kathryn Newton, and I'm going to throw them both up there now because I want to talk about this right after this. He really sold those scenes where he and Lisa are having a conversation, but she's really the only one talking. And those scenes, that they get better every single time. You know, you would think they would either just stay pretty flat and level, but the way he improves what he's trying to say without saying anything as the movie goes on really fucking worked in this movie. And I dug the shit out of that.
No, I agree with you. It felt like there was an actual relationship fucking forming.
Right.
It felt natural.
Right.
It wasn't like rushed in these movies. It felt like a natural progression of a friendship. Even though it only takes place every, maybe a week.
Well, that's where I thought
But anyway, the time frame of the movie doesn't matter. Like I said, it felt natural. I completely agree with Crank on his description.
That's where I felt they were better than like Warm Bodies with their dynamic of their relationship in Lisa Frankenstein. You know, I mean, it was much more believable and natural.
I see what you're saying. I completely fucking disagree, though. No, because I think in this one, the fear ran out of Lisa a whole lot sooner than it should have. In Warm Bodies, that fear is still there with the girl for a while, and that mistrust. Here, it's just he breaks into the house and then falls down, and she's like, "Oh, well, yeah, if you're going to sit down, I'll sit down with you on the floor and talk too. This is a shoe phone. My dad got it with a Time Life, magazine subscription."
I mean, they're different tones, of course, but I mean,
but
I just thought that you guys are right. That guy, I mean, it was just eyebrows and a look on the first couple conversations,
right?
And like my hand's missing, and he's kind of like, fix it, and I don't know how to do that, and
yeah,
but it evolves. Yes.
Yeah. I thought this one was very quickly, the fear was resolved way too quickly in this one compared to Warm Bodies, especially.
I'll be honest, I've never seen Warm Bodies, so I can't make a comparison. Just the fact her character was so naturally fucking weird. And obviously into horror movies, I could buy her the fear going pretty fucking quickly. Like, well, you know what? Just being interested. Like, okay, let's see.
Warm Bodies is more like if it was like Bub is the zombie and she's trying to, and they're trying to maneuver through the movie like that, and she can't really trust him. I get what you're saying too.
But you can hear Bub's thoughts. She can't, but the audience can hear, because it's told from the zombie's point of view the majority of the movie. And there's voiceover that has his thoughts in it.
Yeah, it's
I thought that was clever as shit. I love that.
You know what? This is still very different to compare them like that. I mean, but I don't know. I do appreciate what you guys are saying about how as the time went, this week went, they really, really, were connecting. The conversations were getting super in depth, and it felt like they were both having it,
and easier.
Yeah, it worked. It just fucking worked.
Unfortunately, he was getting stuck in the friend zone for a minute.
Yeah.
Even a dead guy. Fuck.
Yeah, that's what I was like going, that's the same shit that happened to him before. That's why it was.
All right.
Funny.
Lastly, we got to talk about the stepsister, Taffy, played by Liza Soberano. Anything you guys want to throw on her, Ziggy?
Just the nails that cheerleader, valley girl type, preppy. Oh my God, Clueless comes to mind again, and the the Heathers,
all the friends nailed.
Yeah, all the friends. They're just all they're all the same. And that's how the cliques of high school. I mean, and she nails it. She does it just how you would think.
Colonel,
I completely fucking disagree. Can disagree completely. Your analysis of her character is all wrong, Zag. All wrong. Actually, you're correct. But what I liked about this character was she wasn't a stuck-up bimbo bitch.
Well, she acted like one, but she was a sweet. She was kind of. Wait a minute now. Hold on.
She was a stuck-up bitch, but
hold on.
But
she didn't know.
She didn't know. Yeah,
she didn't know, but still, she was still trying. I don't know if you guys ever grew up with step siblings.
No,
I did. All right, we weren't trying to be fucking friendly like that. It was awkward as shit. Oh, that's your mom. Yeah. I grew up step siblings multiple fucking times, different times. Okay, my dad's a bit of a man whore. I wish I had a step sibling like her, even though she was dogging her.
That explains a lot.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, even though she was dogging her and she didn't realize it, she still actually fucking cared for Lisa, though.
Yes,
in her own ways. That's why I appreciated the character. Yeah, she was the Valley Bimbo popular girl.
And she
wasn't
wasn't
like, oh my God, don't be seen with me.
So I mean, she would rather do it behind the back. She's that type. So snaky. But to her face, she was as sweet as could be. But she obviously gave a fuck about her that much. Excuse me.
Hey, she gave a fuck about her more than you think.
Enough to go and pork her. The man.
Hey, whoa! Spoiler!
Spoiler alert!
Well,
that.
Come on, man!
That was like that was bad, but at the same time, it's like fuck, like really, like you were really cheering for Lisa to get that fucking guy.
No, of course.
Let's ignore the fact he had a fucking girl.
We can't change.
He already was.
Oh yeah, he's a pig.
He's a piece of shit anyway.
He's a piece of shit, but I mean, I knew when you see there's clues that something's going on with her and stuff.
Oh yeah, it's clues, but it's not a very hard clue. Shit was written in fucking crayon, dude.
And her weak excuses and everything. But that's what I mean. She's probably got a good heart, but she's still shady as fuck to be able to do that. Yeah. Well, yeah, of course.
That doesn't help, yeah.
All
right, let me throw a curveball at you. What if Kathryn Newton and Liza Soberano swapped roles? Kathryn plays Taffy. Liza plays Lisa. That ugly duckling trope would have been a little more believable. Not a whole lot, but a little more believable, just in the plainness of that character.
I think they could have pulled it off. I think it would have been okay. I think it would have worked.
Would that have been better or worse, do you think, Colonel?
I guess it would work. I just don't know if it'd be better.
Yeah. I really like it.
I mean, personally, I could have a slightly easier time believing that Soberano going through that personality change and Newton playing the perfect teen character the whole time. You know, I could buy that. I think it would, though I think the tone of the movie would be a little different. I think it would be a more serious movie if they switched roles. I don't think it would be as comical as it was. Any thoughts there?
It's interesting. I don't know though. I mean, if the script is a script, dude. I mean,
yeah, you're pretty much trying to make me think of a totally different movie.
Yeah,
than the one.
Yeah, it probably would be. Maybe not a totally different movie, but slightly different for sure. Would Liza be able to pull off the overacting the way that Newton did? Because that I don't know. I think it would be hard. I think Kathryn would nail the perfect cheerleader, popular girl. I mean, that's easy.
I found everybody believable in this movie, so I think yes.
Right.
I think she would have taken. It would be very different, but I still think it would have delivered very much on that same stratosphere, the same kind of deal, the same tone, same comedy would have been there. You know, but yeah, don't know what kind of chop she has in that department yet.
All right.
Yeah, I need to see more of her work to give you an answer. I don't fucking know.
Interesting.
Tarek just says Colonel has his completely fucking disagree face on.
From here on out, that's what it's going to be.
From here on out.
This week, next week, the week after, the week after, the week after, the week after.
Speaking of the zombies or dead folk that don't decompose, Tarek agrees with you. I noticed that too when somebody's been under for years and comes up with skin still on.
Like I said, if we're going for realism, that's just not right.
Right.
But then again, like the movie we're reviewing, it's not going to be accurate.
All right. We briefly mentioned some of the directing of the film, helmed by Zelda Williams. What were your thoughts on the directing? And I'll throw the writer and the director up there. Diablo Cody on the left, wow. Zelda Williams on the right. Colonel, directing thoughts?
I thought she did a decent job. I mean, it was an entertaining movie. She did her fucking job. Now, how much say did she have in the lighting? That, I don't know.
Well, that's more of a cinematographer.
Yeah, exactly. So she had a lot of help. And like I said, I wouldn't say it shows that she did a fine job. We've seen worse directorial debuts.
Resort.
Yeah, exactly. So no, I mean, she brought us an entertaining film. She did her job. Again, we'll see what the future holds. We'll see what other type of, I guess, dark humor comedies we're going to fucking get from her, because I have a feeling that's going to be a majority of what she does.
Right. She's done some music videos and things like that before this, and some shorts.
I wasn't going to watch shorts and music videos before this.
I think she did like 3 or 4 music videos for JoJo. If that tells you
who the fuck that is.
You don't know who that is?
No.
Colonel's got to keep his metal cred straight.
Who the fuck's JoJo? It's not even. I don't know JoJo. That little fucking girl I see on the. They sell her shit at fucking Walmart, backpacks and shit. JoJo. I don't fucking know, man.
I think that's who it was. Yeah.
JoJo dances.
I'll be honest. Some of the directing choices seemed amateurish at first, and they annoyed me at times. But after thinking about some of it for a while, I see what they were trying to do, but it just didn't necessarily work for me. For example, the scene where Janet confronts Lisa, and there's this long monologue delivered by Carla Gugino directly into the camera. It doesn't cut away from that shot much. There were a lot of shots like that. And I guess they wanted to put you in the role of Lisa, like the parent was talking straight to you, especially since this movie is geared towards younger audience and teens. It just seemed lackluster to me. And compared to some of the other aspects of the film, it kind of took me out a little bit. Ziggy, what did you think about some of the directing?
That's what I mean. At times it felt like Tim Burton light, with some of the lighting choices. I think they got I think they got a decent crew that was talented and capable. But yeah, I know I see what you're saying with it being kind of okay. A lot of these long, full head shots, yeah. But this is her first one, and I thought there was enough in there that was intriguing enough. And again, like Burton-ish, just taking some chances with the lighting and the colors and stuff and the angles. So yeah, man, we'll see what she can come up with. It wasn't bad.
I just feel like there were better, like more traditional ways to film a bunch of scenes because to me it was a little distracting and pulled me out. Because then I realized while I'm watching the movie, I'm analyzing the directing of it rather than just enjoying the movie. And when that happens, I feel like there's an issue with the directing that's turning me out, So
I didn't have that happen to me when I was in there. I
just enjoyed the movie. I was not critiquing this poor girl like you. I'm not
this poor girl
piece of shit. Well, figuratively, not literally. She's fucking loaded. Look who her father was.
I'm not talking about that. Damn.
Shazbot.
All right, fine. We mentioned the soundtrack a little bit ago. I loved the soundtrack. I thought it was perfection, and I'll tell you one reason why. Because it didn't wholly rely on the most popular tracks of the late 80s,
right?
But featured songs and artists that the true loners of the decade truly gravitated towards.
The deep cuts. That's what I was trying to get at.
The deep cuts. The fact that they mention The Cure but don't play any of The Cure, brilliant.
Well, I love the fact that the fucking zombie has a Violent Femmes t-shirt on for the most of the movie.
Yes.
That shit is
it's
funny as fuck, dude.
It even made me laugh. He had a Joy Division shirt on at one point. I was like,
Yep.
fucking of course.
Yep. Well, Joy Division, that was.
No, so we all know somebody who has had a fucking Joy Division shirt at
Yep.
one point in time.
Yep. Well, now we know parents that have kids that have a Joy Division shirt.
Yeah.
These days. Talk a little bit more about the soundtrack, though, Ziggy. I'll throw it to you first.
Yeah,
You don't have to. You're like, deep cut, late 80s. I'm like, I'm out.
It fits, and it's the perfect companion to it. I mean, but what I loved was when there's a part where they sing a song in the movie, and it's an REO Speedway,
Mm-hmm.
and it has the epic piano beginning. I can't fight that feeling anymore. I'm just gonna say the song, but they perform. It's something about this fucking scene, man. And I was like, they're really gonna sing this whole fucking song, and they do a couple of verses.
They bridged it.
But I mean, it was still, I don't know, man. It really stood out. I was like, that was fucking some reason. This is really magical for some reason. I don't know why. I know this fucking song since I'm a kid.
The fact that his hands worked.
Yeah.
Again.
Well, I mean, being that that's when she first learned has this talent, because you kind of get a brief glimpse during the credits of who he is, kind of.
Right. That was a good scene. I will agree. But when the Pixies Wave of Mutilation started,
oh my God,
that's always the one that gets me. And I know in the 80s, early 90s, it was overused as the standard 80s alternative song. It was in like so many fucking movies. But when that song comes on, I instantly always think of Pump Up the Volume with Christian Slater and Samantha Mathis. And I love that movie ever since I saw it. And it just, that song always makes me happy. But
that song is in Rock Band, the game.
Yes.
And so I
could not believe it the first time I ever played Rock Band.
Oh my God, it's like a fucking minute 10-second song though. It's so short.
No, it's a 3-minute song, but
3 minute. Maybe it's one of the shortest ones in that whole thing. I mean, it's such a great fucking song. It just kind of blows right by.
Well, and there's two versions. You remember?
Because the version in the movie,
Pump Up the Volume had the faster version.
Yeah, with the
surfer mix, I think is what it was called back in the day. Hold on, Colonel. We'll get to you here in a moment. You
guys going? I don't know. You got that's all I got.
But the fact
Pump Up the Volume. What the fuck are you talking about?
Volume, pump up.
Must see, especially if you were a radio person. Yeah, if you haven't seen that, you were kicked out of radio school.
Well, I stopped going to radio school anyway. They told me how much I was going to fucking make. I was paying for a university education to be on the radio. I said, fuck this. I'll change my major. And
the fact that they had songs like, is it When in Rome, The Promise, that the movie started with, and REO Speedwagon, and then tracks like the Pixies, and there was not Sushi, there was another band from back then that was in the soundtrack, but I can't remember it right now.
Read my thing without my glasses. So.
Yeah. Colonel, what do you think of the soundtrack? I'll let you jump in here now.
Well, like I said, not knowing a single track really other than REO Speedwagon, I still thought the soundtrack was fucking amazing because the songs fit the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's enough to make an amazing soundtrack. Like I said, what I heard, I liked. Like I said, REO Speedwagon, everybody knows that fucking song. Which, by the way, spoiler alert, I'm not going to give away the joke. To me, it's probably the funniest joke in the fucking movie. Is how they end that fucking scene. At least for me, it was.
I don't remember right off the top of my head.
Because it came out right.
Is that
about changing a feminine product? Like just fucking out of nowhere, it had this magical moment. Well, I got to do this and just fucking took off.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was weird.
That one was like, what?
Because that came out of fucking nowhere. I was like, that's fucking good.
Yep, that's blah blah.
But no, like I said, the soundtrack was fucking great. I felt like I was in the 80s. And like I said, the songs fit the fucking scene.
Mm.
And I appreciate that, even if I didn't know what the fuck they were. I'll be honest. It's just, again, the age difference really comes out in here. Oh, I mean, I remember I took Sandy Sue to the prom that year, and they played. I'm just like, the time this movie took place, I was 4.
I get that, but yeah, okay. Sorry for Ziggy and I traipsing through memory lane.
I wasn't just saying, this is one of the few conversations I said, you two have at it. I said at the beginning, have fun. I'm out.
Tarek says, was it brilliant? But maybe they didn't get the rights to the cure. Inadvertently brilliant. I thought about that too, but I'm pretty sure if they really wanted it, or if it was written into the movie, they would have paid the extra money to get it.
Yeah,
they paid the extra money to get REO Speedwagon. So,
well, like I said, and that was fine. I did appreciate the reference to the cure and then explaining to, not that kind of cure.
Not that kind of cure.
Yeah.
That was funny.
It's a band, but it can't heal you. Well, I guess it can.
That's what I mean. It's just, that's the kind of shit I was giggling at the whole time, you know?
Right.
Just looking at me like, what are you laughing at?
Yep. BK says, my 18-year-old rocks a Dead Kennedys t-shirt. Kids these days get the joke. There you go.
He would, for this movie, not too over the head with anything in it, so.
Grizzly says, pump up the volume is a great go-to.
Yep.
There you go. Tarek, here we go. Pump up the volume is required viewing, Colonel.
Get on it.
The fact everybody's telling me to watch it means I'm not going to watch this fucking movie. Ask Crank. I'm like that. If too many people say you must watch it, I'm like, I don't think I will. Stay on the outside looking in.
Tarek says, REO isn't public domain.
Oh my God. Those motherfuckers are pushing 50 years in the biz. The first records probably will be soon.
They're going on tour with Train soon. I saw them do a mashup of it may have been Can't Fight This Feeling and Drops of Jupiter the other day on Kimmel. Hold on, I got to scratch.
I got to scratch. So do I. Hold
on. Yeah.
Well, that's what another thing we could do for flicking the bean. I got to go in the DJ booth.
Chicka. Wait, I got it over here somewhere. What happened? Oh, here it is. Yeah. There you go.
Sometimes that will scratch the itch.
Yeah, man.
You guys are not helping one fucking bit.
We're just talking about how sometimes you can fart away an itch.
All right. And Christopher fixed me or corrected me, and he's right. The Surfer UK mix that's on the Pump Up the Volume soundtrack is the slower one. The one that's on Doolittle is the faster one. That is correct. Thank you for reminding me of that. Gotcha. All right. What was your favorite moment from the film? It could be a kill, particular scene, even a song. Start with Colonel on this one.
God damn it. Just because there's quite a few. But I think the one I like the most, just because it's just absurd and funny, but still kind of made sense. Spoiler alert.
I'm not on that page.
There you go. And the fact, like I said, I still have the humor of a fucking 13-year-old. It's when he cut off dude's dick and balls. That shit had me fucking rolling.
Not the corpse.
Not
the corpse.
Not the corpse. The corpse cutting off dude's dick and balls with a fucking hatchet. Because you get the silhouette of this very silly fucking dick and balls flying in the air. You get the fake CGI blood splashing everywhere. Everybody's screaming. It's like,
The silhouette was where I lost it.
Yeah, because the silhouette was so fucking ridiculous, dude.
Right. Right. Because I'm watching that scene too, and I'm just like, oh boy, they went there, huh? And then the silhouette comes over the wall, and I'm just like, wah!
That was so fucking funny. And then it falls on the trash can. Like, you see all this shit come flying out of the trash can.
Yeah, but then dude all picks it up. He's just all
wraps it up
out with the can.
Looks like a Subway footlong going out the door.
Yeah, man.
Like I said, there's a few great scenes in it. That one's just the fucking hilarious, man. Like, fucking hilarious.
All right. I'll go, not that scene, but one of the next scenes when he's getting the dong attached.
Yeah.
That whole segment where he's like, here, and takes her hand and shoves it down his pants. He's like, I can't fuck you. You know?
Oh. Yeah.
That part, and then her sewing it back on him. Jesus Christ. The way he's just standing there, like,
So absurd, man.
and then every now and then he'll just kind of look down briefly and be like, that is brilliantly perfect. I love the way they played that. And it's fucking stupid and ridiculous, but
yes,
that was mine.
Absolutely. But by then, though, you're all in with the stupidity.
Yeah, that's
totally fine.
That's 70 minutes into the movie. You know, you're almost over. But yeah. All right, Ziggy, what about you?
Are we still under the spoiler alert?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm gonna say it. There's a line she drops, and when our zombie cries, his tears smell bad. And at one point she goes like, "Oh, God damn it. Every time you cry, you smells like hot carnival in the summer." You know, it's some shit like that, you know, and I was pissing myself, man. She's like, "Don't cry," sticking a pillow on his face.
Shoves a pillow on his face.
And it happens a couple of times, but just when the shit like that goes down, it's fantastic. It's very good. So yeah, that was absolutely where I laughed the most. So
that was a good one. This movie's got a lot of good moments.
Yeah,
I think. All right.
I mean, here's another good one, just real quick.
All right.
But before it's right after the dick and ball scene, but before the dick and balls get attached, she follows him to the fucking graveyard. And this cop comes around and is like, "Hey, this is a crime scene, blah, blah, blah." He just picks the cop up and drops him in the fucking grave, like, poof, and then goes back. Like, okay, that's just funny, man.
Yep. And
like, the whole final sequence was fucking funny as fuck.
They definitely, yeah, the movie built up the laughs. You know, it started at a pretty slow pace. And then, but by the time you got to the final act, they were firing the jokes on all cylinders in that last act.
Pretty silly.
But, and I normally don't like silly, stupid shit like this, but I dug this. I think mostly because of the way it was written. You know, it's smart writing, even though it is kind of cheesy. And the fact that the performers know they're being cheesy, so they cheese it up even more. That helped. All right, here we go, gang. Final thoughts and rating. Colonel?
Let's go Zag on this one. So I strongly disagree.
Okay. My bad. Cut this out later, Faze. So
yeah, Faze, edit that out.
Edit that out.
For God's sake.
Ziggy, you want to start with?
I totally disagree with that.
No, wait, no, that's not how this goes.
Oh, okay.
You can't do that.
Final thoughts, and yeah.
Hold on. Faze just walked off. He's just like, fucking guys, I can't cut this. This is live.
Assholes. I didn't really know what to expect with this. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but in the end, I had a good time watching this movie, man. And you know, yeah, it's there's a couple things here and there that I kind of was like, you know, maybe not. But overall, it's a fun fucking ride, man. I think it's definitely worth one watch and maybe repeated watches just to see shit you might have missed.
Mhm.
So yeah, man, I don't know. Am I giving the score right now with that? Or
Yeah,
am I waiting?
this
Yeah?
is score time.
Okay. Shit.
We got 20 minutes left, man.
Fucking 20 full minutes. Man, Lisa Frankenstein. I was impressed with, you know, again, this is spices you've all tasted before in different various ways, but this concoction fucking works and it's tasty, man. 6.5.
What?
6.5.
Fuck you. Yep.
I don't want to overdo it.
Grizzly says, give it that it's crank as fuck rating. Bill too. Yep. What is that crank as fuck rating? It's coming. Hold on. Hold on. Colonel, do you agree or disagree?
Oh, I totally disagree with everything he just said. Because Zag is in fact a fucking asshole. Thinks only his opinion matters. And it's the only right opinion. Actually not. Zag's actually a pretty cool guy. But I do strongly disagree. Not really. No, this was a fun film. Like I said, I was actually looking forward to this one. Call me silly, call me strange. This is like, I think this was the right time to see this movie. You know, it's February. It's close to Valentine's Day. Love is in the air.
Oh, it's a date movie.
And it's definitely a date movie. There were quite a few people there on dates when I went and seen it. Couples, I should say. And like I said, maybe, I'm not always a cynical fucking asshole, you know. Sometimes I like to see movies like this. Every once in a while. I have to be in the mood. And I think this one caught me in the mood for it. Again, like I said, the acting was great. Soundtrack was phenomenal. Again, the lighting. I really appreciated the standard macabre lighting you had in certain scenes, like I said, with the blues, the reds, the greens, the purples.
Oh, fuck. Argento lighting places.
Filmmaking fucking 101, okay? Obviously, especially when you're doing something of this material. Yes, there were a few flaws in the story. There were a couple times where I did kind of pick my phone out, like, oh, what time is it? Because there were some lulls in the story where I got a little bored.
I don't remember. I remember picking my phone up once, besides another time where I actually I had the ringer off, but I got a phone call and I looked to see who it was before, like, nope, dipping it. But I think I only looked at my phone one other time.
I can tell you exactly at 1 hour in to the movie, exactly 1 hour in, I looked at my phone, and then a half hour later, because I went, oh, there's 10 minutes left. I knew it was an hour 40, the movie. So that's the only 2 times, though, I picked it up.
There you go. So anyway, got hijacked again. I'm just fucking with you. No. Time to score. I'm a little shocked by Zag's score. I thought his would be lower than that. I thought I might have the highest score tonight. Because like I said, I did enjoy it. It was a fun movie. I'd probably watch it one more time. Like I said, like Zag said, see if I missed anything. But that's about it. Unless someone else really wanted me to watch it with them, then I would. I, too, am giving this a 6.5. I thought it was entertaining, but it had enough flaws to, again, you got to remember, the only other 2 movies from this year I've seen were fucking Night Swim and Destroy All Neighbors. It did not have much competition.
Not yet, but it's only February.
I think that's appropriate, man. I think that's right on, honestly, for what it was.
Wow.
And that's not saying a bad thing. We're saying how it's enjoyable. I mean,
I'm telling like people, and also take this into perspective.
Almost a 7.
Almost a 7. And I'm a fucking male, a late 30s fucking male. Okay, this is geared towards a female audience.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're going to absolutely love this fucking movie. Again, like I told every female that's asked me about it, you will fucking love it. I liked it. They'll love it. It's their fucking movie. I just thought it was a fun ride, man. It was a good watch.
All right.
Tell us how wrong we are.
Yeah, go make Zelda talk shit about Zelda Williams, or she'll go fucking hang herself based on your review.
Dude.
What? That's hereditary.
Oh, whoa.
No.
I just made the connection. You're fired. You haven't been fired in years.
Dude, that was a hard night for me when they announced that Robin Williams had died. That was a really hard night. I've told you guys that story.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, man. How am I supposed to say anything now after that?
Oh, man.
Jesus Christ.
Just pretend I didn't say anything.
FaZe, cut that out for sure.
Let's see.
All right. I had fuck. I had more fun with this movie than I expected. I had a lot more fun. I do think knowing less about it before going in helped, which is one of the reasons why I've been trying to avoid most trailers anymore. And I know I'm clearly not the target demographic for this film, but it was funny where it was supposed to be, bloody where it needed to be. Like we talked about, is it scary? No. What?
Just trying to. I noted to my personal notes. There's not very much gore at all in it. It's just
I mean, like when he like Colonel mentioned, cutting off the dick and balls. There's a lot of blood there.
There's some blood there. Yeah.
When they cut off the hand,
dude's hand,
some blood there.
A little less. The mom.
There's a pretty good spray of blood coming out of that arm.
Did you really expect a lot of gore in this?
No, of course not.
But I thought the blood was appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it wasn't zero.
Right. Yeah. The acting I thought was great all the way around. The mood of the film was adequate, if not a bit cliche at times, but I really kind of like the way the story goes against the grain and took turns that, even though I might have been expecting while watching, still made me laugh when they got to the execution of it. I like this movie a lot, man. I'm giving this a 7.5, and it's so far the best movie I've seen this year. I really dug this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then
you're not wrong.
Crank as fuck.
I'm not. It's the crank as fuck pick of the year so far.
No, just like, man, you acted like me and Zach ranked it way too fucking high. I saw what you were doing there.
No, I thought you ranked it way too fucking low.
I'm surprised you liked it as much as a 7.5.
I'll be honest. I had an 8 written down. I changed it during the review. I really dug this fucking movie, man.
I wanted to give it a 7, but I just, you know what I mean? I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it.
I did adjust it because of something we talked about, though, just slightly.
See, I'm stingy with my fucking scores. I think a 6.5 was an adequate score.
Yeah,
I mean, I'll have a couple of 8s. I may have a 9. I might have a 10, depending on this year.
B-, man.
But yeah, 7.5 is a C.
7.5 is a C. You're saying? I would say a 6. 6.5. Well, I guess we're the C.
6.5 is a D.
We're the C plus.
No, you're crazy. Now if we're breaking it down that fucking way.
Gonna give you that kind of grade? It's a B-.
Yeah, I'd give it a C plus, B-. If we're like giving like fucking grades.
Yeah. To break it down further for you folks, I'm gonna go like that. Well, we should grade it on a curve. So Crank gives it a 7.5.
And exactly, BK. Jesus pissing Christ, Colonel. Why, dude?
I think enough time has passed. It is not in total poor taste. Slightly poor taste, yes, but totally.
when we're talking about a movie done by his daughter, yeah.
Oh, come on. It's not South Park. Let's have Steve Irwin with the fucking stingray hanging out of his chest a week after he died. It's been a decade, dude. Like,
we're not South Park. We're not Trey Parker or Matt Stone. We can't get away with shit like that.
Colonel, on behalf of everybody.
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole. Asshole.
Anyway, seems like I would say that's a watch.
No, you go watch it.
That most definitely a watch. I would tell anybody watch this.
We asked on YouTube last week when we announced that we were going to be reviewing this movie if you guys were anxiously going to go watch this in the theater, or if you were going to wait until it was on streaming, or if you weren't going to watch it at all. And man, I can barely see that. Hold on.
Let's see here.
Looks like,
oh boy,
40% said no. I have no interest in seeing this film, and looks like at all.
Wow.
33% said no. I'll wait until it's available on streaming, and about 27% said they would see it in theaters. So
I understand, and that's why we're here to clear that shit up, to weed out the fucking bad ones. And this one doesn't need to be weeded out. You should go see it or stream it, whatever you want to do. Check it out. It's worth a watch.
You know what? That poll doesn't surprise me based on the demographic.
That watch, yeah. That
I'm like, okay, that makes fucking perfect sense.
Right.
I mean, I think they expand the horizons a little bit, but I'm not shocked by the results. Sadly,
no, I'm not either. Well, and I don't think a lot of people knew about this movie. You know,
I remember seeing.
I don't watch a lot of live TV, but I don't remember seeing like a huge campaign for it. I don't remember seeing any ads on any of the socials I get on. Like it was kind of. I see more ads for that goddamn Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League video game that looks fucking awful more than I've seen this.
I saw this trailer at Night Swim when I went and saw that.
Yeah, I think I did too.
Speaking of which, man, I love seeing that Abigail trailer on the big screen. Oh, I can't wait for that fucking movie.
That one looks pretty good.
I'll be on assignment, I'm sure, when we fucking you guys review it. So
it looks like it's gonna be fucked up. It looks like they did go for some. It's gonna be some bite effects. That look pretty good, you know, some biting and
I expect
tearing.
Abigail to be bloody over the top bloody.
Good.
Yeah.
We need one. It's been a while.
Well, there you go, folks. That is our thoughts on Lisa Frankenstein. Still in theaters. Not sure how long because I guess it only made about $3 million over the weekend.
That sounds about right. I hate to say it, but
my son, we went Sunday at 11 o'clock, and it was me and him. We bought the tickets here online and stuff, and got the pick of the whole theater. And then, like, right when the movie started, 4 more people came in. That was it. So
yeah, I want to say
6.
There were maybe 12 people in the theater I seen this in. This is one of the bigger theaters, you know, one of the bigger screens. But like I said, I went. It was a 1:40 showing. It was the first showing of the day. They only had 3 showings a day, and it was Super Bowl Sunday, dude. Like I was kind of happy there was hardly anybody there. I was actually able to enjoy it and not have to hear the teenagers like I did with Night Swim, talking over the movie and doing that thing during the fucking movie.
Right.
God,
I went and saw it. I went and saw it Super Bowl Sunday too at like 1:30. And there was a couple seats down from me. There was a couple 2 rows in front of me, and then there was a single, or I shouldn't say single, but a solo girl sitting like right behind me, and we were always laughing at the same damn points. Oh, I know. No, but the stupid shy part of me just would not allow me to do dick after the movie.
You didn't break out a mirror, hold it up like they did in prison, give her the goo out.
No, like me, she stuck around for the whole credits too. She was one of those that watches the credits.
I did too, thinking there might be something because my theater, when there's a cut scene, the lights stay off. If there's any kind of thing at the end or a cut in a mid-credit scene, the lights stay off. So the lights stayed off the whole fucking time. Nothing.
There's no extra credit scene.
No, there's nothing.
No.
But I just watch them. I watch the credits anyway because sometimes I like to see different things.
That's cool. I had a piss, dude. I was like, I hope there ain't any credit scene. I was like, going.
Colonel had to go.
Goddamn right.
They did everything that made it look like it was going to be something there. Like the guy was all kind of that cleans the theater was waiting and stuff. So I mean, it was.
Man,
I guess there's might be a little extra bonus footage here or something. A blooper maybe. Nope, nothing.
Well, there you go, folks.
There you go.
Yeah, I say go see it while you can in theaters, and it's somewhat of an independent movie. It helps out a little bit.
This motherfucker's streaming by mid-April at the latest.
Oh, this will be on streaming by March, I'm sure, but like mid-March. What else do we have to talk about tonight, guys? Anything?
I'm pretty pumped. Well, I don't have a copy yet. That Thanksgiving is now available on fucking Blu-ray.
Woo!
I need to buy that shit.
Nice.
That's right.
I just discovered that there is a brand new The Fog comic book series coming out. And I wrote down the fucking publisher, and forgive me, I lost it, but I put the pre-order in. 4 issues, only the first 3 are on sale right now. I think the first one drops this Wednesday. So I'm fucking stoked. My Fog collection grows. I have the most shit of the Fog. That's the movie I have the most stuff on now.
Oh, I believe you. I believe that.
But what a good movie. But this is like 40 years later is where this comic book takes place. Same characters are appearing in the comics. Fucking awesome. Can't wait. So that's what I was all getting happy about.
Were you guys during the Super Bowl, were you guys anticipating, had you heard that there was going to be a Maxine trailer drop during the Super Bowl? Colonel says yes. Ziggy?
I heard.
Now look, are you going?
I was going to, but
do it.
No, you're fine. I was going to say I was disappointed as fuck that I didn't see the man. That's what I was looking forward to the most. Because remember, I even texted you guys like, I have to do fucking dishes and laundry and cook, but
did I miss
the Maxine trailer?
Right.
I think because A24, there, I went and even looked it up on everything, on all the dirt sheets and the movie sheets said A24 bought Super Bowl time. They're going to run the Maxine trailer. It's like, fuck yeah. I'm thinking maybe they went, you know what, guys? I don't think so. Maybe they got pulled because might be not cool for TV.
Maybe it's too much for a Super Bowl audience.
Yeah. But they kind of did the same thing with Deadpool, man. They said, hey, the Deadpool trailer is now available online. That's all they had. That's what it did. You know?
Well, they showed a little bit for Deadpool.
Yeah. Did you see that trailer? Oh, that's
fuck yeah, I did.
Awesome. It's like, I'm not a stranger to pegging, but Disney is.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That's going to be awesome. Just the fact we have Wolverine's back
and
looking like Wolverine.
In the yellow fucking spandex. Are you fucking kidding me? Can you... The
banter out between these two,
this is going to be some of the greatest of shit-talking movies we've ever seen, and we get to witness this shit. I can't wait.
No, I was sitting there, and even when I heard, that's my end. Yeah. There's probably a fire down the street, or not a fire, but somebody probably like had a heart attack down the street or something.
Or NASCAR. Crash into the damn pole again.
I had heard the rumors. I hadn't looked up any, digital sheets or anything that Ziggy was talking about that there was going to be a Maxine trailer. But I was skeptical because the budget for the first film was $1 million. The budget for the second film was $1 million. I think the proposed budget for this film is like $5 million.
Dude.
So
deep
the budget
now, much deeper pockets than when that first one came out.
But the budgets for all 3 of these movies is less or close to the same as 1 30-second spot cost during the Super Bowl. So even if it was something other than Maxine, if it was like Everything Everywhere All at Once or a more mainstream A24 movie, which there's not many of those, I think they would have dumped the money on it. But
got money to burn. But who knows why they pulled it? Because there were 3 headlines that said it's going to be on the Super Bowl. They bought time. They have a trailer to be released during the Super Bowl. And
I don't know, man.
And I watched that whole fucking game, and then I even kind of hung in there for the trophy presentation. So unless they ran it at the very end, I didn't see it.
Oh no, it did not run.
Yeah. No, they didn't run anything.
No.
I mean,
it would be out already. It'd be out today.
Horror trailers alone kind of sucked. So I remember, God, it was 3 or 4 years ago now, being fucking hyped for the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark trailer, and I fucking got it.
Yep.
This year it's like, all right, Deadpool 3, hell yeah, Twisters, okay.
That's a major studio though. Scary Stories.
Yeah,
was there a Twisters trailer? I missed that.
There was a Twisters trailer. Yep.
Twisters trailer. Was it the
Wicked?
The Planet of the Apes.
Saw that one.
Wicked Part 1.
Yeah, Wicked.
part 1. Really, they did that? Oh,
Yeah.
geez.
They're doing that.
Well, that's how they do.
You think they're not going to make their money on Wicked?
Yeah.
I'm not going to go see it. I'll just go see the musical.
They're going to make their fucking money.
Yeah, but remember, Grease was a musical, and then they made that fucking movie, and then
yeah,
it's now a thing.
Yeah,
forever.
I do expect a Maxine trailer soon, perhaps even tomorrow, because they do like to do trailers on Tuesdays. So
well, I'm hoping we get a trailer maybe tomorrow saying, hey, this movie comes out next fucking month. Come out around St. Patrick's Day, just like X did.
I would not be shocked.
I'm ready to see this fucking movie, man.
I am too. I would not be shocked. I think they're probably going to do this a summer release.
Oh, no.
That's what I thought.
I think this is going to be closer to a May.
Takes place in around the summertime and stuff. Well, it's in California.
I'm afraid it's going to have so much competition. It's not going to do as well as it should.
Well, they'll find a weekend that they have like an open slot, or at least one open weekend.
Wow.
Well, like I said, man, they don't have to make that much. They've already made like 15 million on the first two movies on a $2 million budget. So this one's gonna, I thought if they would have done a Super Bowl marketing push, though, that would have maybe opened the eyes to a whole new fucking audience, though, you know? And especially since, you know, they'd say, hey, the conclusion of a trilogy, you know, then people would be like, well, shit, like now I got to go watch 2 more movies before this one comes out.
With all the Swifties watching the Super Bowl, man, they could have made so much more money if they would have shown that trailer.
I think so. But we'll see. We'll see, because I am excited for it. It's probably the one I'm most excited for the year, just about. Well, we just talked about that couple weeks ago.
Just a couple of weeks ago.
Dang. Looks like people are looking forward to Twisters for sure.
Well, I dug Twister 1, you know, and now, I mean, there was a whole thing where they were bringing the cast back, and then obviously we lost Bill, and then and Heather got, you know, or Helen dropped out. And,
Helen was never coming back.
Right.
No.
But I mean, even if you had the Misfits, those same, I like the crew they had, but then see Hoffman.
Well, one of them's dead.
Yeah, I was going to say Hoffman wouldn't be coming back either.
Yeah. Your Cameron asshole, he's not coming back for this.
Right.
Helen Hunt made no problem telling everybody in Oklahoma that she hated Oklahoma when they were filming that movie. Every restaurant waiter hated waiting on them. Every limo driver hated working with them. I have heard all these fucking stories because I was doing some like scab work with, or not scab work, but like side work with the film commission office down here back then.
Helen Hunt.
Yes. Oh yeah, that was her name when she was here, dude. It was awful. It was awful.
And
Jan de Bont, Bill Paxton, cool as shit. But
I like the fact that it's technology has come a long way since that movie, so it probably is going to look and sound very.
But it looked good then.
It did look good.
Really did.
Oh, that F5 it hits that drive-in, dude. That's a scene, man.
Yeah,
that's some shit.
All right, let me hit a couple more of these comments before we wrap this up. Tarek says, "Facts, Zag. Deadpool 3 is going to be one long hilarious diss track, and I'm really glad Disney let him trash Disney." Good move.
Oh my god, when he's the pegging line, dude, it's perfect. It's just the precursor to God knows what they're gonna come up with for this motherfucker. I can't wait.
Yeah,
July.
Yep. Tarek says, yes, the Twisters trailer looks good as far as the effects. Jury's out on the cast phase. I'm definitely looking forward to Twisters. Dr. Smiley, same. Bill says, hope it's good phase. Have to see the cast and how it goes. Kiernan Shipka from Chilling Adventures of Sabrina is one of the new actresses in it. I do know that much. Tarek says, I'm especially looking forward to Twisters because it's been said that the plot is almost exactly what Bill Paxton had suggested.
Ah.
There you go.
There we go.
For the sequel or for the original movie?
No, probably
for a sequel. Yeah. And here's a good reason why maybe Maxine shouldn't be dropped in March, but Christopher says, if it'll open, Christopher says March has Dune 2, though. So that's going to be a dominant force for a month.
Yeah, this is the one everyone's been waiting for.
Yep. Well, because you got the final battle.
Yeah, I guess. So you're saying I need to watch the first Dune then, because I've never seen it.
That's up to you, man.
It's not bad.
It's up to you.
But some shit goes down. It's the action's coming now.
Let's be honest. Since we've been doing this, it's hard for me to watch any other movies but horror because I kind of like to take a break from fucking movies. Like, okay, let me just watch some stupid shit.
It's the good thing about long flights. You can always pop a couple of movies in usually.
I try to take my breaks, logistically. Like I'll go 3-4 weeks and just watch straight all horror all the time. But then every now and then it's just like I can't do it. I watched I watched Rambo the other night because it was on.
Fuck yeah.
I hadn't seen that in a while, and I was like, you know what? Why the hell not?
You don't know how thrilled I was in Atlanta to find Warriors on AMC, even though it was fucking edited. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna watch Warriors before I go to bed.
Yep. We had that on.
Had a Ronnie James Dio documentary on.
Lame.
Pretty awesome.
Messing with you.
Skank, get at it.
God damn it.
Oh shit.
BK says, I think Bill Paxton had a couple of kids. Anything you want to add, Colonel?
Don't make any jokes before going into surgery, I guess. That's
God damn it. All righty.
Hey, Bill was a cool guy. I mean, I ain't gonna say shit. I mean, so was Robin, but
I never met Robin, but I did meet Bill when he was in Oklahoma briefly. But he was a cool guy. All right, guys, we got to wrap this up. We're a little bit over time.
Overtime.
Who cares?
Overtime.
Who cares? Nobody cares if we're overtime. It's just
like the Super Bowl.
Just bonus DCS footage. Yeah, it's overtime.
I care, motherfucker. You guys go to bed when I'm getting up.
Not tired at all. Yeah.
Crank's like, oh, I'm going to go to bed. I'm going, fuck. So the alarm goes off like son of a bitch.
But we do have to thank our members one last time before we wrap this up. Thanks to our final girls, Chris, Lorena, BD, and Tyrone, our Crazy Ralphs, Rick and Raymond, and our camp counselors, 42nd Street Pete, Corey, Luke, Michigan Dave, Stacy Lynn, Orlando, Patricia, and JJ. Thank you, guys. And, of course, you can become a member by checking out our website at deathcursesociety.com. Ship on over to the membership page and check that out. And, of course, thanks to our associate producer, FaZe. FaZe, did our review make you want to see this movie more or less?
It's about, I mean, I was planning on watching it tomorrow anyway, and the plan hasn't changed. So, sure. I mean, I guess I'm a little more excited now. It sounds like it's going to be funnier than I was expecting. So,
Definitely funnier than what I expected.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I disagree.
I completely disagree. What do you...
Dad, I wish you could just shut your big yapper.
What are you looking forward to coming up, FaZe? There.
Oh,
right.
fuck.
That was a good one.
I think
I buy it every time. I forget. I'm like ready for him to start saying something. He takes a breath and then it's like I forget. It's the gift that keeps on giving. It's memento. I know it's coming and then it happens and it's like it's delightful that it happens. It's great.
That was a good one. Though. But no, of course, thanks to FaZe. He helps out with so much more that you guys don't see. He's a essential part of the team. He has been for a while. We appreciate him greatly, but we can't tell him that to his face.
I give him 8 months.
We can't tell him that to your face. Sorry. All right, get out of here.
I give him 8 months, right?
8 months.
8 months.
Yeah.
I'll quit. I'm like, fuck you guys.
Guys, next week we don't have a topic yet. So no. Well,
something fall through.
We were waiting for something to be added, but nothing has been confirmed yet. So
I'll talk to you off the air. I might have something here that we might be forced to do. So
forced to do?
Well, not forced, but it's an option.
I already don't like it.
Yeah,
Colonel?
I'm hesitant to begin with.
Colonel, I completely disagree.
Yeah. You guys.
But we will be here next week. We just don't know what we're talking about yet. Watch our website. Watch our social media for the next couple days. We'll have an announcement pretty soon.
You know what? Bill has a good suggestion.
No, he does not.
Do a very in-depth review of Wolf Cop.
No, he does not. You said good suggestion.
No.
Well, I completely disagree with that.
I completely disagree. Although, I don't know. Mine's a movie, too, just so you know.
Dr. Smiley says, don't forget to schedule your days off for September. I'm good.
Yes. Yeah, we already said, man. Once they announced it, we were there. And we are fucking there.
Let me talk to my boss about see if I can get some days off in September. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm the fucking boss.
Let me ask my boss. Oh, yeah, I'm good.
Colonel,
I do have to ask my boss and my coworkers to make sure no one's on vacation those days.
I completely disagree.
I completely disagree with that statement.
I just know I gotta bring some fucking croissants and some fucking wine and try to sweet talk them.
The French.
Well, anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in every week. We do appreciate it. You guys know that, of course. We will see you next week and hope to see you on the road soon. Don't forget, we will be in Chicago.
5 weeks
coming up.
Bears.
Bears. And it's all of us. All of us are going to this one.
Chicago.
March 22nd to the 24th.
Giant bean.
Flick the giant.
We are going to take him to the bean so he can flick it. We have to.
I ain't going to flick it, but it's not with my tongue. Like I was considering it, but like, dude, you don't want to do that.
The bean's going to take one look at you, and it's going to be.
You don't know where
that bean's going to take one look at me, and it's going to be wetter than the fucking ocean in the Bahamas.
Look at that beard. What's going on? We just derailed. We almost made it. Almost made it.
Almost made it. Good night, guys. We will see you next week. Woo!
Rock and roll! 6 o'clock already, it was just in the middle of a dream. I was kissing Valentino by a crystal blue Italian stream. But I can't be late, cause then I guess I just won't get paid. These are the days when you wish your bed was already made.